Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Spurs Live. Hopefully, you're all having a brilliant day. I decided to do a solo live stream today. But I might add a couple new people in very soon. I mean later on. But for now, just a solo. Oh, just a solo live stream. Good to see everyone in the chat. Good to see everyone on Instagram. Good to see everyone on X or Twitter, however you call it, and good to see everyone on YouTube. We've got a lot of topics. We got a couple of topics to talk about today. Uh, there are big up to Ruben Cornwall who's in the house in the chat. Big up to yourself. There's, I would say, 5 to 6 roughly. It's a rough estimate around on the topics that I've got to talk about today. Big up to Adam Ned 27 saying Parrott. That is one of the comments of today. As you guys can see in the live stream title, it is Joe Bellingham to Tottenham. Troy Parrott on fire, and a huge summer for Tottenham Hotspur in regards to their transfer business. Now, over the past seasons, it's been interesting. It's been interesting summers or winters or transfer windows in general. It's been very interesting. We've had some great hitters: Vicario, Udogie, Mickey van der Ven, Pedro, Porro. They've been hitters. They've been smashers. Romero, Bentancur. But then we've also had a bit of let's just say a couple misses, or a bit more than a couple. Joe Rodon, Ryan Sessegnon, Jed Spence, Tanguy and Dombele. The list goes on. Richarlison, maybe, if you want to add in there. There have been a lot of misses. And if you want me to even go further back, we can talk about Fernandez. Don't know those of you who actually remember who Fernandez is. Steven Bergwijn. Let's go even back then. Lorente. Let's go towards we've had some misses. We've had a lot of misses, should I say? A lot of misses. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. We're talking about a couple of these new signings that could come in for Tottenham Hotspur. Santiago Jimenez. Have we got Job? No, we haven't. Is it Job? Yeah, it's Job. We have not got Jude Bellingham yet, but there has been a lot of rumours in regards to them. Well, I didn't know this. Wow. There's some news regarding what's his name? Yves Bissouma, saying apparently Yves Bissouma our thoughts are with Yves Bissouma and his wife after Bissouma had his watch stolen after muggers sprayed tear gas in his face outside a hotel in Cannes, France at the weekend. They have since returned to the UK, having decided to end their holiday early. This is according to the Sun. Oh, I did not know anything about that. Wow, bit concerning. But yeah, guys who are on Instagram, please head over to YouTube. Yeah, big up. Gedson Fernandez, of course, great signing. Won so many trophies with him. Yeah, brilliant signing. You know what? Absolutely brilliant. You know what's even worse is the fact that we were linked at the exact same time with Bruno Fernandes. So it was either Bruno Fernandes or it was Gedson Fernandes. And I really don't understand how you make a massive miss. How do you miss? Big up to Chris from Meta Football. How do you miss like that? Wow. Mbappe done deal. Football is over. Yeah. Real Madrid are going to be flying next season. Quartering goal. Carvajal, Rudiger, Militao. I mean, left back probably better. Davis, Alphonso Davis. Midfielders of what you have the likes of Bellingham, Modric. You've got the likes of Valverde in there. You've got the likes of Tchouameni, Camavinga. And up front, you've got what? Mbappe, Vinicius, Rodrigo. I mean, Joselu as well. I mean, I slipped in Joselu there, but they are unbelievable. Just as well, he was on loan from Benfica. Yep. And that's the problem. You should never sign one loaners, one season loaners, just because they have one good season in their on their loan. You shouldn't sign them just based on that. Look at Kim and Jae, for example. I mean, Kim and Jae, the one season wonder. Let's be honest. He had one good season, and then bang, Bayern bought him. Bang. Makes no sense. Romero earlier this week put out a couple comments. Let's just read it. There it is. To be playing here in this wonderful group is as good as it gets. So I try to enjoy every minute and to keep learning and improving every day. When I look back on where I've come from and all the effort put in to be sitting here today, wearing this shirt, I'm really grateful. Everyone who wears this shirt is doing all they can to progress in the right direction. The main thing is we are on the right path and we need to keep going in that direction to try to win things. I still have huge ambitions and together with everyone at the club want to head in the right direction to achieve things to truly make my mark here. Sounds like someone we also want someone to do that. I mean, Romero, we're all with you, mate. We're all with you. Following that, we had some our first couple really words on Lucas Bergevall. He said on Lucas Bergevall on how Tottenham have helped him to prepare to officially join the club. Lucas Bergevall, I have secured a flat with the help of Tottenham, and it's in an area where several players live. After Malmo at home, I had a meal with their sporting director in Stockholm. Beyond that, they have left it to me. Also, knowing that for now, I want to focus on Gardens. I think that's what you say. Look, I'll tell you what. I'm very excited to have him. I am very, very excited to have him. Have a great show, Josh. Off to the bus stop. Can't have my son's stranded hat. Big up, Chris. Hopefully you're good. Hopefully everyone's well. I'm gonna send a link to obviously I don't know why I didn't do it to the Spurs Live crew. Someone will probably pop on. Instagram people, what are we saying? Dominic Solanke. Where is Joe positioned? The centre back from Croatia come this season. So I'll give you the exact report that I've got from Transfer Market. Now, this is an overview of Joe Bellingham and the different positions and different variations of positions he can play. So Joe Bellingham is 1.88 meters from England, obviously born in England. His main position is an attacking midfielder. He can play a central midfielder. He can play as a centre forward. According to Transfer Market, he is worth at around 12 mil, but he can go up to 20 mil. Sunderland are looking to want around a bit more than 20 mil. Let me just see if he's ready to come on. All right. Looking forward to having our guest. Sorry. What do I mean our guest? I meant my co-host for today's show. As you guys already know, Mr. Matt. How are you doing?
Hello, mate. Yeah, all good. How are you?
All good. We're back here again. Whether it's half a season later or it's a season later, and we're talking about the transfers again. I mean, crazy, huh? Crazy.
Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to the 14th of June.
Listen, Matt. We've got multiple areas in this Tottenham team we want to strengthen. Now, we did speak about their attack quite a fair amount during the season, but can we try and focus on these three players I have in mind? The first player is actually a loaned player who's going to come back to us. Scored 2 hat-tricks in the space of 10 days. It is Mr. Troy Parrott. What are your thoughts on Troy Parrott? Now, should we try him out in pre-season? Should we sell him whilst he's high in terms of value? What are your thoughts on Troy Parrott?
I think I'd have to see him in pre-season. Do you know what I mean? He's been on loan a few seasons. I think bring him back, put him in pre-season, see how he gets on, and then we kind of make the decision as a result of that.
I think that's a fair analysis. So I'm just trying to see if this person wants to come on. What is it? Where is it? Is Josh around, by the way?
I don't know, mate.
Don't know. He didn't answer the message. Whatever. Hang on. I'm just quickly gonna see if this person's around. Sorry. All right. Yeah. So Troy Parrott, like you said, we can maybe see him during preseason, maybe make our decision then. Now we got a couple other players. So Lucas Bergvall now. Lucas Bergvall. What are your thoughts on him? I mean, he's going to come to the team next season. Do we implement him straight away? What do you think?
Again, I think we'll see how he performs pre-season.
Okay.
I think same as Troy Parrott. See how he gets on pre-season, and go from there. I mean, he may be ready to come into the team.
Yeah.
I mean, he's what, 18?
He's literally 18. Literally, yeah.
So, I mean, there's 18-year-olds who have performed well.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 18-year-olds who have played at the highest level.
Yeah.
So, I mean, look, Wayne Rooney did it at 16.
He's a bit of a different gravy. I mean, Wayne Rooney compared to Lucas. By the way, guys, let me know if you guys want this this music at the back, or if you guys want it off. I think it's quite good to have it on the back.
Okay. All right. Kobe Mainu.
There we go. Yeah, 100%. If we compare Luke, I mean, yeah, I understand your point in terms of less young people. And I think we need to give Bergvall maybe a chance to and somehow.
Is there something wrong with your mic, mate?
No, why?
I couldn't hear you.
Let me know in the chat if you guys can hear me.
You're fine again now.
Yeah, I'm good now.
Yeah, so
hey, I'm gonna put this in a private chat, by the way. Just don't say this out loud. But look, this is who's watching, by the way. Don't say it out loud, but that's who's who's watching the stream. That's not bad, huh? Not bad. So Matt, going into next season, we've talked. I don't really want to talk a little bit about the transfers because we all know the obvious ones: strikers, obviously wingers, midfielders, a six, whatever. There's been a big debate in regards to the football community, and I'm sure you've also been involved with it. It's the Ange Postecoglou. Are you in or are you out? I mean, some are in, some are out. The style of players getting on people's nerves. What are your thoughts on Ange football? And are you Ange in?
Yeah, I'm fully Ange in.
Yeah.
Like, I think to be successful, you can't chop and change managers. Like, look at all the most successful managers.
Yeah.
Or look at all the most successful teams. I'd say that Chelsea is maybe an exception because they've done well changing managers. But then, if you look at all the other teams, if you look at Arsenal, look at Liverpool, look at Man United back when they were successful. Obviously, not so much recently. But previous United teams, Manchester City, you look at these teams, they've all had managers who've stuck with them for 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
Or obviously longer in the case of Wenger and Ferguson. But
yeah,
you have to stick with the manager.
It's process, no?
Yeah, to be able to build a team the manager to be able to build what they want, so on and so forth,
Yeah.
then the reality is, it is
That's the way I told them. Of managers now, back then. Like, for me, the way I see this is that it's a process. Arsenal have been through this process. Liverpool have been through this process. Everyone's gone through this process. But now, we've been on this process for about, I would say, since Poch left, about 5 years ago, 6 years ago. And we don't have anything to show for it. Now, my problem here with this Ange ball is that I don't really understand how the academy are going to be playing Ange ball, because I want our academy to essentially just go nicely and ease into the first team. That's what everyone wants. Everyone wants for example, a Jamie Donley to be playing Ange ball now, and then if he needs to be in the team tomorrow, he can just nicely slot in because he knows Ange ball. Everyone wants that for their own team, but I just can't really understand right now what Ange ball is. Is it we are just attacking and just score more goals than the opposition does? Or is it possession-based football in the attacking area? Is it that? It's really hard for me to understand. What would be your definition of Ange football?
I would say it is possession-based attacking football.
Mm-hmm. So not really care in terms of losing the ball, but when you got the ball, you go forward.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, it's having minimum 70% possession.
No, I get it. Yeah, that's what I said. That's the only really thing I can see about Ange football is that it's possession based in a way. I mean, definitely it is possession based. You maybe need to understand Japanese football and their mentality. I don't know if this is a joke or not, but if this is serious, and I kind of do understand your point, because he did coach in Japan, if I'm correct. So maybe over there we can get some insight.
I'm going to be very honest. I know nothing about Japanese football.
Oh, same, 100%. No clue. But if that can give us any insight, then we'll take it. But look, Matt, did you hear about though that people are saying Ange out? Did you hear about it?
Yeah, I've heard a few people, but I don't really care.
Okay, so in your opinion, is Ange good? I know I'm like you. I want Ange to stay for the time being, but do you think Ange is going to get through the whole season next season, or is he going to get sacked?
No, I think I want Ange to be there for another 5 years.
But can he keep on playing the same football though for 5 years? That's the problem.
I think he can. I think he can. I think he has a way of doing it, and when we get the right personnel in and everything clicks, it's gonna be amazing.
I can't wait when it all clicks. I'll be honest. We saw a glimpse of it at the beginning of the season. But guys, people on Instagram. I see Adam, Ned, John Kwan. You guys are commenting quite a fair bit. Big up to yourself for commenting. Head over to YouTube. Big up to 81078. Big up to yourself, man. Head over to YouTube so you can properly get involved with the comments, and I can actually bring them up to the screen so everyone can see. Big up to the YouTube viewers. Make sure to smash that subscribe button, and big up to the Twitter people or the X people. Love all the support you guys are showing. So big up to yourself. This is the question that's being asked in the Instagram. Gibbs White, would you take him now?
I don't think I would.
Okay.
I really like Gibbs White, but I don't think he's what we desperately need.
5 goals and 10 assists in 37 matches.
No, I really like Gibbs White. I really do, but he's not what we desperately need. We need a 6, we need a striker, we need a winger, and we need a wing back.
So you're saying there's more of a priorities. There are other priorities over a Gibbs White, which I understand.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've got Maddison. If Lo Celso stays, we've got him.
No, people are saying Gibbs White is very expensive.
Yeah, whereas we need wing back, number 6, winger, striker. Those are the 4 positions that need to be done. And I want people. I want ready-made players ready to come into the first team. I don't want any more of this buying for the future.
That drives me mad. I mean, Gil buying for the future. Veli's buying for the future. Now we got another comment here by John Kwan. Big up to yourself. Once again, head over to YouTube so I can bring it up, because in the meantime I'm just reading out from Instagram, which is a bit of a shame. The link for YouTube is pinned in the YouTube comments. What are your thoughts? He's asking about Scarlett, Donley, Parrott, Bergvall, Velis, Moore, Mikey Moore. Anyone really stuck out to you there?
Mikey Moore, maybe. I think
Mikey Moore.
I think Mikey Moore is probably the most promising of them. Maybe Bergvall.
Yeah. No, 100%. I would agree with you. I think Donley is good, but we need someone now. We need someone to get into the team now. Big up Talk on Ball. Big up Colin. Hopefully you're doing well. Mate. I got to get back onto your channel sometime. Yeah, so that's all the Instagram comments. I think I got to every single one. Gallagher, Eze.
Eze.
I agree. Yeah. All right, brilliant. So we got to all the comments. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, now Matt, let's talk a bit about football news, just general news. Just before that, you look for players with multiple skill sets, like being able to anticipate, and whose passes are impossible to anticipate. Whose passes are impossible to anticipate? Harry Kane. If only we had Harry Kane back, I'm telling you. But Matt, let's just go over a general sense of football in the past, I'd say, week or so, where we've had the move of Jose Mourinho, the ex-Tottenham Hotspur manager. He has moved to Fenerbahce. What are your thoughts on that? Yeah, Fenerbahce. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, he actually said something really nice about Tottenham. Did you see that?
Yeah.
They asked about Chelsea, and he said, Chelsea, I've got no idea. Tottenham, on the other hand, they've got great facilities. They're going in the right direction. They should finish top 4. They might win the Europa League.
Yeah. Although that really kind of annoyed me, though. One thing he said that annoyed me was obviously in regards to Chelsea. He said, I have no idea. And then he said, Tottenham, I have an idea. They're always fighting for top 4. That kind of annoyed me in a way. But next season, Europa League, of course, they can win it. Let's be honest. Jose does not think we're going to win the Europa League. Let's be honest. They have stability. They are investing more. Amazing club, amazing facilities. Such a beautiful stadium. You can feel it. Chelsea, I really don't know. So that's really on Jose. Conte is at Napoli now. What are your thoughts on that?
I think Conte suits Italian football.
Nothing to do with he's Italian, but yeah, he also suits Italian football, yeah.
Like, he has quite a defensive mindset, and that suits Italian football. Mm-hmm. So I think Conte will do well at Napoli.
I agree with you. I think he's going to do well. But you know what? What's weird is that it's just anyone can get sacked at any time. Now, a final one that we are going to talk about in the outside football world is obviously the breaking news of the. It's not really breaking. Everyone knew this was going to happen. The Kylian Mbappe to Real Madrid. Obviously, guys, Matt is at Spain. Matt knows what it's like. Matt knows the Spanish football. I would say better than a lot of people, or better than myself, should I say? Better than myself. What's the vibe been there? I mean, have you been anywhere in Madrid? First of all,
no, I'm 6 hours from Madrid.
Okay, so all right. So what have you heard anyone?
But Spain,
yeah,
in Spain, regardless of who you support, over the whole country, doesn't matter who you support, you are either Barcelona or Madrid. That is
not Valencia, not Villarreal, not
Oh, no,
Bilbao.
You might support those teams, but everyone is either Barcelona or Madrid.
What are you?
So it might. I don't know.
So everyone but Matt.
everyone aside from me. So I really like Real Madrid.
Yeah.
I do really like Real Madrid, and I've always liked Real Madrid for years. But when I was a child, my parents took me to Barcelona.
Yeah.
And when I was about 7 or 8 years old, they took me to the Nou Camp and they bought me a Barcelona kit from the Nou Camp. So I'd probably have to say I'm Barcelona because when I was a kid, one of my favourite things to wear, like if I went to a birthday party, I went to an event, anything, I'd be in my full Barcelona kit. I love that kit.
Socks? Are we talking about socks and shorts or not?
Socks, shorts, top, everything. Full kit.
Oh, proper.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. I can't answer that question because I've basically got I've got two really close mates, or three, but two of my really close mates. They support Barcelona and Real Madrid. Obviously, one's a Messi fan, one's a Ronaldo fan, and I will never say who I actually like more, whether it's Real Madrid or Barcelona.
I think I'm Barcelona, and I think Messi is a better footballer than Ronaldo.
Interesting.
Look, Ronaldo, unbelievable. His stats speak for themselves, right?
Ronaldo, yeah. Is this better by the way? My mic is here.
Yeah. So Ronaldo, unbelievable, right?
Yeah.
I'm not taking anything away from him. Like, you look at his stats, you look at his goal tally, you look at everything. He is a machine. Mm-hmm. Okay. But if you said to me, who would you prefer to watch? Right? Ignoring all the goals, ignoring everything else, they said, who would you prefer to watch? Messi. He's a magician. He's beautiful. The way he is on the ball, like, I think Messi is a better footballer. Ronaldo's unbelievable in what he produces, and he is amazing. He's amazing, right? And as I say, the stats speak for themselves, right? Ronaldo is a machine, and he is. I mean, they are well above everyone else. Like, I know they say Mbappe's coming through, but Mbappe is still not as good as Ronaldo and Messi. Like,
I agree. I think they're miles apart.
Ronaldo and Messi are up here, and everyone else is just floating around here. Now, Mbappe is probably the best of the rest, but he's nowhere near the level of Messi and Ronaldo. Like, they are both just so far above everyone else.
You know what? I'm so grateful that we were all able to. I mean, whoever's here, I would say from anyone who's born from like 2009, maybe 2008, 2009, they got to see Messi and Ronaldo. Anyone's born before 2008-9 were able to see Messi and Ronaldo. I think. I mean, obviously, I wasn't fortunate enough to watch, you know, the insane players that you were able to watch. But
yeah, I mean, who are
Messi and Ronaldo's unbelievable.
Who are the best players in my lifetime? So,
well, I mean, starting from the basic ones. I mean, like the likes of David Beckham. Yeah,
so probably Ronaldo,
Ronaldinho,
Ronaldo Nazario, Ronaldinho,
yeah,
Kaká,
Zidane, yeah, Xavi Alonso. Actually, I was able to watch a little bit of Xavi Alonso,
Well, obviously, you got Xavi and Iniesta,
yeah.
Rooney.
Even now, like we're so blessed with such ballers. I mean, we got Matt, Erin Bailey, from Instagram says she also got a full Barca kit as a kid, and agrees with you 100%. She says my full kit was messy, so that speaks for itself. So it looks like she is a Barca fan. We're trying to get her up on the stream, and she will join us one time, but she is not available right now. Would anyone take Mason Greenwood from United? For me, he's a top player and is available.
If you removed all politics and everything else from it, I'd take Mason Greenwood 100%. Because I think he's a very good player. However, I can't ignore what happened, and I don't want someone like that on my team.
100% agree. For me, unfortunately, even if there's a rumor about that player, I don't want that to come.
I'm not going to lie, right? We give Arsenal a hard time for Thomas Partey.
Yeah.
And I really dislike Thomas Partey. I think there's some truth in his accusations. And we give them a hard time about Thomas Partey. If we took on Mason Greenwood, that would make us as bad as them.
I agree. At the end of the day, you got a team that needs to concentrate, and if there's any bit of negativity in a team, it's not for me.
I don't want it. I just want to be clean.
But again, with regards to politics, we don't really speak about politics on this channel because it is a football channel. So but guys, make sure to smash the subscribe button. We are trying to grow. We're going to be providing you guys with so many live streams throughout the transfer window. Yes, last week we've been quite slacking, but we are back to normal. What Guan Mr. Josh says that Donna marry Cullen. Big up Wagwan Mr. Matt. Sorry, mum on the phone, have to answer mum all the time. So now we kind of gone over the Bellingham news, the Troy Parrott news. Now,
what's the Bellingham news?
Oh, so I thought you were here when we spoke about Joe Bellingham when he's linked to Tottenham Hotspur. Joe Bellingham, yes, but for the sake of YouTube and for the sake of clickbait, a little clickbait, I had to kick out the name of Job and just leave Bellingham in there.
Obviously. Okay.
What are your thoughts on that?
Where is he at the moment? Is he still at Birmingham?
Yes, and he's in Sunderland.
He's Sunderland, not Birmingham. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, again, it's another one for the future. I just want ready-made players.
Exactly. I don't fancy anyone for the future. Like, maybe if it's like an odd one out, then yeah, sure. But I'm just not on it. Mr. Josh, I am your age, not your mum. Fair enough. One of the issues Japan had to deal with was being smaller physically, and so they worked on methods to turn that into a strength using knowledge. Nice. I'm not really on. I don't really understand the connection, but fair enough.
That's linked to his post earlier about Japanese mentality.
Oh, then yes, okay, I understand. I get your point now.
Meta football, Chris. I'm very comfy, thank you.
Chris, obviously Chris is a Barcelona fan. I think. I'm not actually sure. Yeah, he is a Barcelona fan. So he is with all the Barca fans out there. But what did you make out of the Champions League final the other night? I'm not sure if you got to watch it, but if you did, what did you think?
I did watch it. I think Dortmund played well, but I think the result was predictable. Real Madrid just have a way of winning.
Yeah. No.
Real Madrid just know how to win. That's why they've won. I think they've won 6 out of the last 11 Champions Leagues.
It's their 15th Champions League that they've won.
But they've won 6 out of the last 11.
Crazy.
They just know how to win the Champions League. Simple as that.
think when you put it at that, 6 is. I mean, we would love to even get 1. We would love to get 1. Give us half. Give us half. Why not? Did we contribute? No, we didn't contribute to the Champions.
6 is a big number for Champions League, right?
Yeah, huge.
Then when you realise that's in the last 11 years, that's
crazy.
That's better than 1 in 2. That's better than winning it every other year.
Yep. Madrid shouldn't have been there. Don't get me started. You know what I've noticed, by the way? You know what I've noticed, Matt, is that this isn't a dig at you, Chris, by the way. Is that a lot of people who don't support Real Madrid, they hate Madrid. Like if you don't support Madrid, they hate Madrid. I like Madrid. But
yeah,
you're fine because you like Madrid, but I feel like people who don't support Madrid and like Barca, they absolutely hate Madrid, and it's crazy to me. Like
there's a lot of animosity in Spain. Like I said, you're either Barcelona or you're Madrid, and depending on which one you are, you vehemently dislike the other one. That's very much the case in Spain.
Yeah, I highly doubt it's
in
nothing
all
more
honesty,
like Arsenal, Tottenham.
I personally would have preferred a Bayern Munich Borussia Dortmund final.
Yeah.
I'd have preferred a Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund final. But unfortunately, Real Madrid, they did it against Man City the other year. Real Madrid just have a way of winning. When they look down and out, they look like they're going out, and they just have a way of winning. It's what Real Madrid do.
They're the best team in the world in doing that. I genuinely believe that. By the way, Chris, I sent it to you on Twitter, so I'm an X. I don't know. I always get mixed up now. So one method is theory. So your off the ball movement is always opposite of where, say, the centre back is. Where centre back went. He's regarding to their Japanese way of playing. Look,
yeah.
But at the end of the day, I don't believe in if you play a certain style in a certain league, it will work in another league. I don't believe that at all. I'll just wait for Chris to give me a little thumbs up because I want to bring him in if he's not ready. All right, brilliant. Okay. Yeah, Chris is in here. Get him on stage.
What? Tell us why he hates Real Madrid.
Nope. I'm joking. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
He's literally just here to tell us why he hates Real Madrid.
Literally.
And to share my ice cream with everybody.
Is that Magnum?
Magnum can't go wrong.
No, it's from Lidl, mate. So it's one of those knockoff cheap Magnum-esque kind of things.
Yeah, I bought some Lidl ice creams the other day.
Yeah.
And I thought it was going to be like a feast.
Right. And
it wasn't.
It wasn't a cook because you didn't buy the feast. You bought the next best thing, didn't you? But
like literally, I was like, "Oh my god, this looks like a feast!" And then I ate it, and I was like, "Okay, this isn't awful, but it's just not the same."
Well, I can't put it down because it's going to melt. So I'm sorry. But
sorry. Are you guys vanilla ice cream over chocolate ice cream?
Both. I don't care.
You don't care. I think I genuinely.
Matt, I know what Matt is. Matt's Hagen does because he's got the green. He's got the money. So he's Hagen does.
I genuinely think vanilla is much better. But anyway, that's a question for anyone who wants to put up there. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, mate. If you prefer vanilla ice cream, you must be very disappointing in bed.
Oh, mate, are you calling me disappointing? Mate, yeah, you haven't seen me yet. You haven't seen.
Mate, I never wanted to see.
Do you want me to leave? I'll leave. Yeah, I'll leave if you want. I'll leave you. Do what you want, mate.
No, right. Chris, please don't.
Right. Going back to the a really mature conversation we're having.
Chris, come on. Tell us why you hate Madrid.
Yes.
I don't hate anybody. I don't hate anything. Everyone has their right to exist. Okay? But I've seen too many things happen in their favour that shouldn't, that makes me dislike dislike their football and what goes on in that institution. Everybody praises Real Madrid so much, and they're the best, and they're this, right? And what their president does in the shadows, and what he does on a municipal level that maybe a lot of people don't know about, right? For the Council of Madrid and the way he and stuff that he gets away with politically, council-wise, and all of these decisions that somehow go in Madrid's favour, unless they're fairly beaten on the pitch. If there's an iffy decision, it always goes their way. And that is what I don't like about football. That's what I don't like about their football. I don't care about Madrid. It's something that doesn't really bother me. It's like Atletico Madrid. It's like Valencia. I really don't care about them because they're not my team. Right? I care about my team, the one I support. And whatever happens outside of that, it doesn't really bother me. But when it comes to Madrid and the way that they are kind of like favoured, and there's video footage of this to prove it's not just me as a Barcelona supporter saying, "Oh, look at him, he's moaning because they win it." It's not about that. It's about the football. So, and I've seen it so long, so many years. What's that?
But football in Spain is weird anyway. It's very political.
Yeah, well,
you've got like the Spanish government pays for is it Real Madrid or Barcelona's training ground?
It wouldn't be Barcelona.
Real Madrid then. So the Spanish government pays for Real Madrid's training facilities.
Valdebebas. It's called Valdebebas.
It's a massive thing over here, and it is very political. It's not like the UK where you've got your independent football teams. Barcelona and Real Madrid are such a massive thing to the Spanish economy and government. It's mental that the Spanish government pays for their training ground.
Well, but you know, Mbappe. Mbappe has been, here we go by Fabrizio Romano, right? Mm-hmm. And you do realise that the Spanish. Well, Matt will probably know this, more than. Hang on a minute. I've just gone. Hang on a minute. Right, sorry, I just pressed something by mistake.
All good.
Matt probably knows this a bit more than possibly Josh. I don't know, but probably other viewers. I'm going to explain this. You've got autonomous communities here in Spain, right? Which is like, let's just say they're similar to counties, but just for argument's sake. So, say, for example, Pape started playing for any London team or Greater London team. So now he's going to go to Madrid, which belongs to the autonomous community of Madrid, which is saying like he signs for Chelsea or Spurs or, let's just say Spurs. So what Greater London have done to accommodate Pape has said, right, the taxes that people have or players have to pay to play for Spurs are 35% of his 55% of his wages has to be paid into the UK or Greater London, for example. Well, Madrid has done that to accommodate Mbappe. They've actually lowered their autonomous community taxes so that he pays 0, right? Yeah. And how can that be, right? That a club has so much influence over an autonomous community. That's like Daniel Levy saying to the mayor of Greater London or whoever it is, we're going to work this out like tax-wise so that Spurs' next big signing, right, whoever it may be, contributes absolutely 0 tax to Greater London and Spain. Do you know what that means? That's like mafioso dealings. And yet here we are applauding Real Madrid and they're the greatest. I think it's disgusting that people are not at fault for not knowing these things, right? But it's just easy to applaud when you don't know, and that's fine. But
that's what it's like in Spain. Like Real Madrid and Barcelona have so much.
So you're attesting. So you can attest to what I'm saying. Well, there you go. So I'm glad I'm saying it on air and people are following and can see this. because it's not just me having a ramble and having a rant because I'm a Barcelona supporter. Someone who actually lives in Spain is actually, saying similar to what I'm saying, and attesting to it.
It's like, but like I said, like the football in Spain is not just about supporting. It's not just about supporting the teams and everything like that. Like football in Spain is just so much more important than anywhere else in the world. Like it literally affects people's like general lives. It affects everything. Mental.
It's similar to London in a way. I mean, you know when people are at bars or pubs and then they go out afterwards or go to work and then you go hang out with an Arsenal fan who's sitting next to you or a City fan next to you. I don't know. I would assume you guys would have more of a connection to how obviously. Well, I definitely know you guys would have more of a connection to the people who live in Spain because you guys live in Spain and the football obviously does affect you guys. But look, lads, let's just circle it back to Tottenham before we end the stream. Crystal, if you're ready here, you might as well just stay. What's it called now? Yeah, you're not. It doesn't look like you're doing much. So I mean, you might as well just stay and just chill out with us here.
Living life, mate.
Yeah, just chill here with Matt and I. But we are going to end the live stream very, very soon because I have to shoot. So
yeah, I need to go too.
So let's end with this final question. Going into the I keep on saying this, going into the transfer window because I just can't believe we're already into it. But now that we're in the transfer window, how many signs will we get to the end at the end of the season? At the end of this transfer window, when does it end? Does anyone know?
30th of August.
30th of August. Thank you, Matt. How many signs do you both think we're going to get by the 30th of August?
Between 5 and 7.
Wow. All right. Matt?
Whether it's a loan or whether it's a proper signing, we're going to have to do something about it because if the details and if the information can be anything to go by, between 11 and 12 are said to be on their way out or expected to be surplus to requirements. So then you have to have at least 25, obviously 25 players in your squad, well at maximum. So you're going to have to
a certain number.
Yeah, exactly. So you're not going to have a squad of 18 or 19, and I'm just ripping. But if you're going to ship 11 or 12 out and you actually accomplish that, you're going to have at least 5, 6, 7 in, and that can do the job for you. Whether that be, bringing people up from, your academy or, in the 21s, whatever you want. Loans like Werner, people may agree with it or not, but you have to have depth because you're going to have at least, 40 or 50 games this season. So you need depth, regardless of how you look at it. You can't, Ange Frimpong, I would love to have Frimpong. Somerville, I'm not convinced by. I don't like him. And Eze, any day of the week.
Somerville, I mean, apart from having a fantastic first name,
Jimmy Somerville.
No, it's Crescencio, isn't it?
No.
So, no, I think Somerville is. I think he's another bog standard player. I don't think he's good enough. Frimpong or Eze though, I think would do a job for us.
Yeah.
So Matt, how many players are you going to sign? Do you think Tottenham will sign?
I want 5 players. I would like 5 players, but I want 5 players that can join the first team.
That's a dream. That's a dream for every single team. And look, to have 5 players, that's almost half your team. That's basically half your team. That's basically half your starting 11. Because goalkeeper, whatever. Personally,
but you've got sorry, Josh. But you've got 2 already coming in.
Yeah, you do have Bergvall. I highly doubt he'll be starting. And you do have who? Who's the second one again?
Werner.
Yeah. Yeah, but we could do with another.
Yeah, but whether you rate him or not, whether you like him or not, I mean, not you, but I'm saying, the fan base, the world in general, you've still got two players there. You've got Bergwall coming in. You still got a player that is coming into the club. Whether he starts or not is dependent on the manager and of himself, whether he earns that training and his output, his contribution to the team. And Werner is a reality, whether X, Y, or Z. So that's two already. So if you're looking at Eze, who is possibly more a reality than not, if we're looking at numbers, definitely to either play on the left wing or to push Maddison, because I think that he's been very complacent this year, regardless of his injury. He's going to need someone there to keep that fire lit, because when you're not pushed, you're like, well, I'm going to play anyway. So you kind of But when you've got someone there, go on.
We need a starting six and a starting winger. Or the wing back can be a backup. Okay, our wing back can be a backup, but our six needs to be a starter. Our winger needs to be a starter, and our striker needs to be a starter.
Yeah, I agree on that. Yeah. So you need three starters. You need definitely to play week in, week out. Definitely.
I was going maybe even a step further and say we need a central midfielder to start, because Pape, Sarr, unless you guys, definitely have seen.
That's who the six is. That's the six.
No. I'm saying I'm saying we need a six for Bissouma and Hojberg, to kick them out, whatever. And then I think we need also another central midfielder. I'm saying someone to be there for the likes of Pape, Sarr, or Bentancur, because number one, Bentancur, whether you like it or not, he's been off pace since coming back from injury, and he apparently, doctors said he'll be back to full next season. We'll have to wait and see. Pape Sarr is playing too many games, and it affects his performances. Oh, yes, he's a wonderful player. Yes, I want him to start every game, but not if it's gonna, affect his performance every single game.
I think that if we get a world-class starting six, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, Joshua Kimmich is a pipe dream, but
I thought you were going to say me. Yeah. Go on.
Yeah. But someone of that ilk, right? If we can get a world-class starting six, I think that that changes our midfield. And
I agree.
And then I then don't think we need another central midfielder, because you look at it, we've got Maddison, potentially Lo Celso if he doesn't go. We've got Kulusevski, who I think can fit into the middle as well.
Solomon's probably going to leave.
He doesn't have to be on the wing, right? But we've then got Sarr, Bissouma, Hojberg, depending on it. Do you know what I mean? We've got enough players in the middle. I think we've got enough players in the middle. We just need that six.
It's also, again, I'm going to come back to this all the time. It's the same thing like I do on the lineups after every game, or before the game, where I put that CDM spot. It's critical for this team. But just last question before I answer my, I think, by the way, there's going to be 4 players, an additional 4 players, excluding Bergwall and Timo Werner. Pick up Josh, Matt and Chris. How many of the new incoming players will be freebies or loans? I believe, just give us a number, everyone. I believe 2 will be loans. 1 will be a loan or 1 will be a freebie. Either one. Like, what do you guys think?
3 permanent signings, 1 loan, 1 freebie, plus Bergwall and Werner.
Yeah, sounds about right. What are you saying? Give us a number, Chris.
27. I don't know. I mean, Christ.
Yeah.
I don't know. Eze, right? So we're talking about Eze. That's not going to be a loan or a freebie. So that's a definite, signing. Who else are we looking at?
Okay. Well, if you go to Santiago Jimenez, it's probably
that's a signing.
Yeah, it's a signing. Right. If we go,
even if it's Tony, you're going to have to sign him. Even if it's Gyökeres, he's not coming, but you're going to have to sign him. Even if you go for Marcus Edwards, you're gonna have to sign him.
You might as well sign him. That's the right answer. You might as well if you're ready. You got
but he's going to be a signing. He's going to be a signing. I can't see him coming back on loan. Marcus Edwards. He's going to have to be a signing. I imagine so, because he played like over 30 games for. No worries, mate. I wish I could have shared it in person with you, mate. Each licking either side of that ice cream. But I can't see Marcus Edwards leaving Sporting Lisbon to play a bit part, because he played over 30 games, I think, last year. 30 games last season for Sporting Lisbon. I can't see him just coming back to play a bit part as a loanee. I don't know. But I mean, if it were me, I'd stay where I am and play more football, which is what every footballer wants to do, than just play a bit part on the bench at London. I mean, regardless of my wage, regardless of being in London, I want to play football.
Look, I understand your point. Matt, you got to go, yeah?
Yeah, mate. I'm going to the gym, mate.
Oh, good for you. Just came back from the gym, actually, before I started. Well, enjoy your gym workout, yeah? All right, we're gonna continue the live a little bit.
Yeah, mate.
Pick up Matt. The usual. What is going on? Sorry, have I missed something on Twitter? I just got a notification saying Eze.
Okay.
So Alejo is wants to go on loan to a Premier League team, which I 100% agree. And I hope so. Sorry, I'm just gonna try and find out what's this Eze. Why did someone just write Eze? Oh, Eze is supposed to start tonight.
Oh. Okay.
Oh yes. I can't. Oh, whatever. It's England. I'm just sorry. I'm just having live debates with myself
right.
whether I should go to football tonight and not. Oh, whatever. Sorry. All right. So Chris, let's continue a bit longer. Whenever you gotta go, you gotta go. Comments get involved as well. Now, Josh, any context to anything Ilan wrote? Yeah, big up to Fish, a friend of mine, a good friend. I have no idea. I literally searched Eze. That's what I was talking about, by the way, Chris. I've got no idea. I think it's with regards to he's going to be starting tonight. The context, Fisher. I'm just going to keep right on the group. He will be starting tonight. I think that's the context. Sorry for keeping you waiting.
No worries, mate.
So, I want to know some insight in Spain. Now, I've got a really good friend who's a huge Real Madrid fan. I've been trying to get him onto this platform for years, but he's not a fan of this. And he's very interesting. No, it's not coming to Spurs. Someone just wrote coming to Spurs.
What, for Eze?
Yeah, that's not true.
Well,
sorry. Yeah, it's bullshit.
We'll see what happens.
So they're out there now. He's mentioned to me a couple of these strikers that have been like. I want to be careful what I say. They've been scoring a lot of goals this season. For their respectable teams. Sorry, this is dry man. One is called Sorloth. And
play for Palace.
One is called Dibovic.
Dovbik, yeah.
Dovbik, yeah. Right, okay.
So Sorloth played for Villarreal and he played for Real Sociedad last year.
Yeah.
And he used to play for Trabzonspor and he played for Palace a few seasons ago. And now he's finally settling into Spain and he's doing the job.
Sorry, Chris. Just very quick. It is a fake account. It's literally Fabrizio Romano. The underscore is at Fabrizio Romank. So it's completely fake, guys. Eze's not coming to Tottenham just yet, so don't rule it out. But he's not coming to Tottenham anytime soon.
Not today.
It's a complete fake. Yeah.
Not on Monday.
Sorry. So you were saying about Sorloth.
Yeah. So Sorloth I'm not sure where he came from, but he played for Palace. I don't know whether on a loan capacity, but he was at Palace. Didn't make a huge impact. Played for Trabzonspor in Turkey, and then Real Sociedad over here in Spain. Did a very good job last season, and then he got his move to Villarreal and has a very, very good season here. So he's acclimatizing well to Spain, and he's one to watch. Pretty interesting. Would he just over 2 seasons? Does it mean that he's made it? I don't know. But the other one is Dovbyk, who's a Ukrainian 23-year-old, 22-year-old. I'm not sure. I think he played for Dnipro over in Ukraine. Really tall guy. Sorry?
He's in Girona now, yeah?
That is correct, yeah. Very, very good season. They ended up third. Very versatile. Just because he's tall and he's a target man, it doesn't mean that he's just like a Luca Toni kind of, the target man and that's it. He's very versatile. He can drop deep. He can associate well with his teammates. Technically very good. And he actually I'm not sure on whose stream I was. I did actually mention Dovbyk as a potential, not a potential signing, but someone I would consider because of his versatility and the way we play. Because it's not all dependent on just a striker. Anyone can score in our team. So the versatility, the link up play that we profess, which is like a Tony-esque kind of drop deep. You're technical. You can distribute. You can finish. You're good. You're good headering. Good header of the ball. So aerial play, so to speak. Dovbyk is another one that I would take into consideration as well. Whether it will happen or not, I don't know. But
so just a couple of stats up for here, you guys. Dovbyk has 24 goals and 8 assists this season. Very, very good. Sort of just slightly less, 23 goals and 6 assists. Now, Chris, in regards to this is the way I see it. I don't see a world where Tottenham Hotspur don't get a top striker in this summer. I don't see a world where this happens. The only possible outcome we have for this to happen, that we don't get a striker, is if the actual striker denies the move. So, for people out there who don't understand how a transfer does work, first of all, the agents have to agree, the player has to agree to join the team, and then the clubs have to agree. The clubs have to agree first, the agents have to agree on everything, and then the players have their final say if they want to make the move or not. Now, if one of those parties don't agree, the transfer fails. Now, the only way I see Tottenham not getting a striker in this summer is if one of the players doesn't want to come to Tottenham. Ivan Toney, he is 100% leaving Brentford this season. Whether it's to go to play for Arsenal or Tottenham or anyone else, he is leaving Brentford. Now, Arsenal, they're going to be most likely going to get first pick at a striker. Let's be honest. They're going to get the first pick because they got Champions League football. They got more of a pool than Tottenham right now. So, hypothetically speaking, if we choose a striker, for example, let's choose Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney goes to Arsenal. All right, we go have a look at Isak. I'm just putting these strikers out there for a second. Yeah. We go have a look at Isak. We go have a look at Soloth. We go have a look at Watkins. We go have a look at players. Yeah. So it's and we go sign a player. Now there's about 5, 6, 7 strikers I can name you now that are on the market or can potentially be on the market for the summer. Who do you realistically see us signing? And not who you want us to sign, because I'm pretty sure you said you want Vlahovic, like myself.
Yeah. Sure. I think he's the most suited for us. But I think Toney is also, as I said before, Toney is decent, regardless of everything else that goes around him. But realistically, regardless of who I want and whatever, I think that Jimenez would be the most realistic, because of price, and just mere possibility. I mean, he's only going to be 35 million pounds or euros or whatever that is, and that is something that Daniel will jump at. Daniel will love that. I mean, it's like, oh, is that cheap? Well, get him in. I think that Jimenez, unless he's been tempted by possibly Liverpool because of the connection with Slot, because Nunez isn't a Slot kind of player. I think that we could get Jimenez. So I think realistically, I think he's our best. Unless there's things obviously that we're not privy to that are going on behind the scenes, which obviously happen. But I think because of his versatility as well, although he's not the most versatile, but he is a pretty complete striker. And the price, and I think that he would want to make the leap now from Feyenoord, and he's still pretty young as well. I think Jimenez would be our.
I can see that happening. I can see it happening. I'm not gonna say I don't, because it can be a Daniel Levy move, but I can also see a move again. This might not be a striker who everyone. I'm not saying you, Chris. I'm saying this might not be a striker you guys want. It might not be a striker that I want. It might be a striker you guys do want. But I can just somewhat see Solanke. I can just somewhat see a deal made with Bournemouth for Solanke. It's and look. To be completely honest, I'm not going to be fuming with it. But it's just a deal that I can see Tottenham doing, similar to like a Richarlison deal. Pay the lower teams some money because they need money. Find FFP, and also because he's what's it called? He's Premier League experience, and you know this, Chris, for the many live streams we've done together, that I'm a big fan of the Premier League experience. And look, personally for me, I could potentially see this, and based on the rumor that I just told you, by the way, about Veli's going to a Premier League team, could we maybe see a not a swap deal, but a swap deal in terms of a loan? So maybe we buy Solanke and somehow stick Veliz in Bournemouth for like a season. I'm not too sure. Yeah, could be. And now, all right. So I'm sorry. I'm jumping from two things, but we've got a WhatsApp group of a couple of the lads, and for my spot, and this is the debate we're having. I want to get you involved.
Sure.
Would you play Eze as an 8? Someone's asked. Big up, Fish. Sorry, I'm stealing your question.
No.
Would you play Eze as an 8, or would you play him on the left wing?
Left wing.
Okay.
Because
so then what are you doing with Son?
I'm resting Son.
Oh.
I'm sorry, but if we're talking about Eze, I know that you have to link because you've got other players and what you're going to do with them. If you do this, you have to do that. The thing is, Eze is not an 8, because an 8 is traditionally a box-to-box that attacks but also has defensive attributes. Okay. Now I understand that in today's world, stick him in as an 8. He's a 10. He's an 8. He's a 6. He's a ABC. No, an 8 is a box-to-box that has attacking and defensive attributes, which is a Bissouma. Right? He did this at Brighton. Eze, although he may be able to tackle, go to the ground, but even a number 9 can do that, right? Any professional player can go to the ground and make a tackle, right? But normally the defenders do that because they're specialists, right? Or defensive midfielders. But okay, I'm digressing. But Eze is not a number 8. Okay, at least from what I've seen at Palace, and I follow Palace because they're my local club from back home, although I'm not a Palace fan. But Eze is not a number 8. Bissouma is a number 8. But Eze isn't. So I wouldn't put him as a number 8 just because he's not a number 8 by the essence of the word. He's a number 10. He's a left winger. He's a, if that. But he's not a number 8. So no, my question is no.
Yeah. So sorry. So based on what you're saying, I mean, would you? Let's pretend for a second, hypothetically, everyone in the comments, before you go at me, everyone in the comments. Hypothetically, we're playing, I don't know, Bournemouth. Yeah, we're playing Bournemouth. Would you start Hojberg in a DM spot or Bissouma in DM spot?
I wouldn't put either in the DM. Why?
No,
I
no.
would put.
You have to have someone in that DM spot. Let's say for the sake of it, we're playing 3 in the midfield. Obviously, you're gonna have Maddison, but what's happening with the DM and the 8?
So I can only choose Hojberg or Bissouma.
Yeah.
Bissouma.
But I thought he's not a DM though. Would you not rather have Hojberg, who is actually a DM?
He's an 8. He's an 8. But a DM is a 6. But he's got more. Okay. But because he has both attacking and defensive, he can offer you a bit more, right? So if I'm only allowed to choose between those two, I will choose Bissouma because of his defensive attributes, and he's able to construct an attack if necessary. Hojberg, because he's more versatile. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Hojberg is only a destructor. He's not a constructor, right? So more often than not. Of course, he's a long ball. He can ping the balls out, and we've seen that he's a good long ball pass, like a long baller. That's fine, but he's not a constructor of the game. So that's why I'm choosing Bissouma over Hojberg in the 6 role.
Yeah. No.
And
okay,
I would have Sarr as my number 8.
So yeah. Okay. Interesting. And also, by the way, a good reason why we could have Eze as well is that because he can give some time for Pape to rest a bit. That's my opinion. I'm putting it out there. I think maybe he can be played on the left. Sure, he can play on the left. But let's be honest, Son's not going to be okay sitting on the bench the whole season. So he's going to want to start a game. Right. Stick Eze on the 8th spot maybe for a game. Who knows? By the way, the reason why I asked Chris that question was because, well, if you define that CDM spot in terms that we don't... If you define Bissouma as like an 8, not like an 8, you define Bissouma as an 8, and yet we're playing him as a DM, wouldn't it be better to be playing a DM? But no, completely understand. I think the only reason why we're actually getting to this,
No, but that's the only. But you've put me in that corner, and I've got out of it. If I had to choose if I had to choose a number for Bissouma, I put him as an 8. But you only gave me the option to put him as a 6 or not.
So yeah. That's the question. You got to deal with it. But big up to everyone who's been in the live stream today. Hopefully you guys are good. I see that Leo has joined the Instagram live. Big up to you, Leo. Hopefully you're doing well. Yes. So guys, very quickly, make sure to smash the subscribe button. Link to Meta Football TV is in the chat right here. Right there, go subscribe to Chris's Meta Football TV. But guys, we are going to end the live stream here. If there was any points on the live stream that we didn't answer, we do apologize, or I do apologize for everyone, for Matt and Chris. And if you guys do want some of your points to be more, more the main topic, send me a DM on Instagram or comment it under one of the posts, and I will try my best to answer it. Yeah, I think that's really it. I think we covered a lot. Big up to everyone who's joined. Please subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next live stream. Yeah, a post is about to go out literally any second, so let's see who's going to be the first one to drop a like on it. Have a good one, and we will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.